What's going on, YouTubers? It is your boy T Chambers. I would like to thank you guys so much for helping me reach 900 subscribers. It took a while to get to this point, but I'm very happy. I'm very excited to get within reaching distance of hitting 1,000 subscribers. Sorry, and I really appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving me, all the positive feedback, comments, especially during this portion of the tutorial. I did record this video before with my son, and I was actually on that side of the room. For some reason, the lighting sucked, and I didn't realize until after the fact because I didn't get a chance to look at it. And no, I don't have a new tripod yet, or a new, camera clamp. I got it ghetto rigged. So, like I said, the video was real dark, so I hope this is a little bit better. I'm trying to speak a little louder because I do have the fan on. It's kind of warm in here. So, and the thing was messed up because I was going over the part that we're supposed to be doing for the next part of the tutorial, and then by the time I realized it, this part's already been glued. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to re-explain this part. So this is the part where you actually put the plate, the blank plate, on the strap. So what you do is you get some of this Gorilla Glue. This clear Gorilla Glue, you get it at craft stores, Walmart. It's maybe about, I think this bottle was $4.97 a bottle. It's a small bottle, but it goes a long ways. And the reason we're saying that is because when you apply this Gorilla Glue, it expands. And once it cures, it expands a little bit more. So you have to make sure when you put this on the plate, I'm showing you on the front part of the plate because obviously I did it on the back, because it's already stuck. So usually when I do this portion, I put like a small swig and I put maybe about out to here in glue, because like I said, when it dries and when it cures, it spreads out and expands. So I did that on all these plates, and they say to clamp whatever you use down. I used just some pretty heavy objects. I had my cast iron skillet, which is pretty heavy with the lid on it, on this, and I had my son's piggy bank on this part, and I forgot what I had on this part. I had another container with a lot of change in it, which weighed a lot. So I had this sit overnight, and that's really to get your best results. You can do it for 2 hours. The main reason why I have these on here with Gorilla Glue will be for the next part of this tutorial, which I'll be covering here shortly. So, fast forward, it's the next day, and they're not moving at all. What I want to do is now, I'm going to take these brass fasteners. I can't see you get these anywhere. You can get them. I've gotten these at Walmart near my house. It's about 70 of these, and there's about 288. It's pretty inexpensive. These go a long way. So what I want to do is, you want to take this brass fastener, and really what I do is I go through the top first and figure out where I'm going to place them. Usually I put little place markers and kind of measure them. And the reason why I want to measure them is because when you actually put this part through here, it'll have that effect of like a button. Well, actually like like when you look on the actual replica belt, it'll have those like gold little caps, like from the belt that's fastened. It'll kind of give it that same effect. Okay? So I want to make sure this foam backing doesn't separate, because this foam backing is really the reason why I want to start doing the belts on the yoga mats. But I will do and deal with this now. So what I'm going to do is, you also need your handy ruler. I got a steel ruler because my my plastic ones, after using the edge and cut, and they get all worn and lines aren't as crisp. So, like for instance, this one I'm going to measure maybe from top to bottom, well, from the top portion and the bottom portion, about an inch there and an inch right there. You can't really see the mark. So what you do is, depending on how you want these little legs to spread apart, you want to poke it. It doesn't really take a lot of pressure because the materials are thin. So what you want to do is kind of poke it through there. Oh, that's what I almost forgot. What I use to poke all the way through, sorry guys, is use my X-Acto knife. Now you guys want to be careful. You don't want to have your fingers on the other side of this while this X-Acto knife is going through, because you will get a very bad surprise. So be careful. Take the X-Acto knife, and what you want to do is you want to just make a slit through everything. So you really can't see it, but it's a slit through here, and it comes right out the back on the other side. So what you want to do is you want to use that slit as a guide for this puppy to go all the way through, and see how much easier that is. So what you want to do is you want to make a mark, kind of make it to the point where it's coming through here. And with this being black, it can be kind of hard to see once you start poking through the other side. So what you want to do is take that same fastener, place it through there. Now with these fasteners, you can't cut these. These are very thin. It's very thin metal. With this one, I may have to cut the tip a little bit. So that's how it's going to look before you put the main plate on there. But see how it looks on the back? Has a nice clean, and it's flush with the back of the foam. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to turn this off, actually pause it, and do the rest of these, and then we'll be right back. Okay? Tap it, just hit it. Good. All right, guys, we're back. That took roughly about 10-15 minutes. So what I did was, this is what it looks like on this side. I know it looks crazy, don't it? So what I did was I put slivers through on this side, put the buttons through the back, and I opened up the fasteners. This is going to keep the plates in place even more so. And even when I go ahead to flex them, that's really my next step. I'm going to flex them. I'm going to flex a little bit more than this. But once I flex them and the belt is a little bit more, flexible, I guess, then I can start putting the plates on. You guys are probably thinking, okay, aren't these fasteners going to stop the plate? We're going to pop the plate up off of the actual cardboard? No. What I do is I take strips of regular duct tape, and then I place them. Make sure you do this. Make sure these are as flat as possible and there's no bubble up. There's no bubble like sticking up. And this basically keeps this flat and keeps it flush with the rest of the plates. So I basically want to put a piece across here, basically enough to overlap all of these. If you want to, you can cut them down a little bit, just so you won't worry about anything overlapping the plates or nothing like that. We're gonna put the plates on. See, like that one up there, probably can't see it, but it's overlapping the top. So I'm gonna cut that down. I may cut a few more of these down, but this is what I want you guys to check out. Wow! See? See how much nicer that looks on the other side now? It's almost like they're being bolted down onto the belt, and it gives it a nice look to it. So, with that being said, this is the end of this tutorial.